First question is, do you want any more kids? The answer is no. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm kind of excited to do this video because I don't know, I don't think I've ever done one of these, or it's either been like a very long time since I've done one of these. But as you guys can tell from the title of the video, I am doing a Q&A video. One of my subscribers actually commented on my video and said that can I do a Q&A video because she's been subscribed to my channel for like a year and doesn't really know me, which is true. I've accumulated a lot of subscribers within a year, but it's never really dawned on me that I should do a Q&A. But then that's also because like I talk about my life, or just in general, like when I'm speaking to you guys through my vlogs, I talk to you guys, but whatever. For those who are new here, we're doing a Q&A. Finally, I reached out to you guys on my communities tabs in my YouTube channel and also on Instagram of any questions that you guys might have for me. So I'm going to answer those questions today. Hopefully I answer the majority of your questions. Like I said, the real ones probably know a lot more. Hopefully I answer all the questions and you guys get to know me a little bit better, you know, a little bit better. But I don't want to talk too long. It's already getting late and I want to just jump right into this and answer all of you guys' questions. Y'all know me, I could talk, so I don't want to like, you know, take too much time. I'm gonna start off with the basic stuff. Obviously, my name is Brittany, duh. Originally from Massachusetts, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I love it here. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia with my husband and our 3 girls. I create content for you guys on YouTube, whether it's home, decor, vlogs, fashion, whatever. And I've been taking you guys through my journey of just growing my channel organically and just really trying to just, you know, spread my love throughout this platform. My birthday is December 23rd. I'm a Capricorn, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be looking down on my phone because like I need to see, and I want to make sure the lighting is good and that it is bright enough, because I feel like you guys can't see me. I don't know, hopefully that lighting's a little bit better. But the first questions I have, let me scroll through my phone. First question is, do you want any more kids? The answer is no. I know it's kind of crazy because of the state of the world that we're in right now with our Supreme Court and just how crazy it is out there. But my answer is no. That's not just only my answer, that is my husband's answer. I know I did not do a get to know me or how we met video yet, but we had kids very young, 19, 20. So pretty much have raised kids all throughout our relationship and have obviously had kids, like we've had to be parents throughout our whole relationship. So don't want no more kids. We're blessed and thankful for the ones that we have, and we just want to live in our 30s and be good. Like, we just want to live it up now. We want to have fun, live it up, and be millennial parents. That's it. Next question is best skincare products. So I don't have like the best skincare products, and I don't even use a lot of products. Honestly, for my face, I don't use too many. I have been using, which I shared with a lot of my subscribers on here throughout one of my vlogs, this soap is called Kojic. I don't know, I'll put a picture of the soap that I use. It's like this orange soap that I got off Amazon. It was like $8 or something like that, very affordable, but it has cleared up my hyperpigmentation so much. Like, I had a very bad breakout when I was getting married, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what broke me out. I don't know if it was allergies. I don't know if it was, I don't know. But on the right side of my face, I've always had struggles with acne. That's like my breakout point. Like, I always get bumps on this side, but not this side. Ended up getting a really bad breakout on this side, which left a lot of dark acne. I'll insert a picture here to try to show you guys what I'm talking about. But ever since I've been using that soap, which has been a couple of months now, it has cleared up my face almost entirely. And I was really shocked because when I read the reviews, some people said that it didn't work for them, or you know, it was breaking them out in hives and stuff like that. So I was really nervous and scared that it was going to do the same for me. But it actually worked out great, and it's been clearing up my skin. It even brightened up my skin tone, I believe. So yeah, I have that linked below and in my Amazon home store if you guys want to try it out. I am telling you how it worked for me. I don't know how it's going to work for you. Like I said, there are people who complain that it may have gave them hives or whatever, but for me, it didn't do none of that. Also, I use an astringent on my face. I use toner, and I use Cetaphil cleanser, the gel kind. I use the Cetaphil cleanser. I've learned that if there's a skincare product that people are ranting and raving about, it's going to break me out, and I just waste my money on Sephora, going to Sephora because I have to return it because it just doesn't do good with me anyway. So yeah, I stick to the basics. I cannot enjoy the whole luxury line of skincare products because for me, that'll break me out. Okay, this is a two, I'm sorry, this is a 2-in-1 question, which I think I have a lot of those, but first part is, how do you balance work and mom life? And then the second one is, do you still feel like you have time for yourself? So the first question I'll answer, how do you balance work and mom life? I'm actually kind of bad at balancing work and mom life, and that's because I don't have that much discipline, especially during the summertime, of getting up early. I'm filming this video at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Our daughter gets out of daycare at 6, so I do have some time because I know this video is not going to take me that long. But if I was to get up like super early, like 6 o'clock, and get her to school early and all that, then I would have like a longer day to do more stuff. But I just don't discipline myself. Like, I don't discipline myself enough, which I need to, but I don't. So the best way I would balance work mom life, it would be to get up early. The thing that works for me is if I have a job, like when I was working, I would have to like get up early. I would have to, because I would have to be somewhere or be logged in somewhere at a specific time. So that is one thing. Like if you're working, it's easier to you know, stick to a strict schedule because you're working. When you're an entrepreneur, you can just get up at any time, which kind of sucks when you should be getting up earlier. But for me, I have a bad sleep schedule. I was just thinking about this earlier. Like, I have a bad sleep schedule for some reason. I don't know if it's summertime or what. I have a bad sleep schedule. At nighttime, I end up falling asleep and then waking up at like 3 or 4 o'clock every single night, you guys. Every single night I wake up at like 3 or 4, and then I fall back to sleep and I wake up when like my alarm goes off, so which is 7:30. So that has been messing me up, because if I didn't wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I would be able to like sleep through and wake up at 6, if you hear what I'm saying. So my sleep schedule's off. I'm trying to fix it. I think it's because of summertime. I don't know, but like it's just been messing me all up, and I'm just hoping that I get like something to help me with sleeping at night, because it sucks. And the second part of the question is, do you still feel like you have time for yourself? No, I don't. I do and I don't. I do because our kids are in school. So Macy is 4, so she's a toddler and she wants to be around us all the time. Like, she wants to just like be there, attached to the hip. She has older sisters, but you know, the age difference is just a gap. So she just hangs out with us all the time. It does feel clingy, and we live 1,000 miles away from our family. You know, we don't live where we were born, so majority of our family is in our hometown. So it's just us out here, like every single day getting up, getting our kids to school, every single day getting them from school. Like, it's just us. So that part is hard, because the time that you give to yourself is when they're at school. But to me, I don't care what no one says. I don't think that's enough. Like, yes, you can get up early. And right now, let me just say right now, she's in daycare, right? She will be in pre-K soon. And pre-K in Georgia is like 8 to 2 or something like that. It's not a long time. So they do have aftercare, which is good. But like, if I couldn't afford aftercare, I would just do 8 to 2, right? That's not enough time. Like, if you don't have no other babysitter, no other help, like, that's just it. And sometimes that time just goes by so fast. So sometimes it does feel like I have time to myself, like when she goes to school or something. But every single weekend is hard because we don't have like a babysitter or anything. So every single weekend it's just us with the kids. So yes and no to that question. Do I still think I have time to myself? Yes, because if I discipline myself more, I can have a lot of time during the week while she's in school. But no, because before school, after school, on the weekends, it's always us with the kids. So yeah, that's just that, I guess. One of the downs of moving to a big city or moving away from your hometown, I guess. What was your favorite moment of your wedding day? So I have a lot of favorite moments from our wedding day. It was getting dressed. It was seeing family and friends. I will say that everything moved so quickly. So there was a lot of stuff that actually didn't happen at the wedding that was supposed to have happened, but the timing, we just had to cut a lot of it out the day of. So, I mean, a lot of things were moving so fast to the point where I didn't get to like really sink in what was happening. But I guess my favorite part was my our first dance with the sparklers. We did have the fog effect. We had the sparklers effect. We used Uplight Your Event by Atlanta. I think that's what they're called, Uplight Your Event. So they usually do a lot of weddings out here in Atlanta, and that's the best part. Like, we got to dance to our favorite song and have the sprinklers and the sparklers, not sprinklers, the sparklers and the fog in the background. And then last question was, did you have any fears getting married? No, I didn't really. Just because like we've been together for a very long time, and prior to us getting married, I think we went through every trial and tribulation possible. Like, we went through a lot of scenarios, a lot of bad, a lot of good, but a lot of bad. So it wasn't like I was just like walking into this blind and didn't know if we could handle like the smallest things. Like, I think some people get married after like 2-3 years, which to like, who am I to say when you should get married? Like do whatever you want to do. But me, I'm glad we waited the 10 years. Yes, we waited. I'm glad we waited that because we kind of did everything backwards. I had kids first, broke up, moved out, went through all that, then got back together and had marriage. But I think that's the best way for me because I had to go through it to grow through it. I'm not a like, oh, let's just do this and see if we can get through it type person. Like, I need to see, like, for myself if this is worth it. The only fear that I had, nausea or something, because I'm so nervous. Like, you know, like, that would have been embarrassing or something like that. Like, that's the only thing I was thinking about. But, like, anything else I wasn't really, like, scared of. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm still getting questions about my teeth. I mean, I'm getting, like, a lot of questions still about my teeth. I had a whole video on it, but I'm going to say it again. I went to Smiles Dental Center in Miami. I have a whole video, I'll tag it right here, of why I went to them or why I went to the States or whatever. So, yeah, like, a lot of people were asking me, or I have, like, a lot of DMs asking me, like, where'd I go? And it's Smiles Dental Center in Miami. Also, in my video, I did explain my experience. I was satisfied with them. I'm still satisfied with them. Everyone's different. So do your research and just ask all the questions. That's the thing about it. Like, you do not have to be scared to ask them questions because, like, the more you ask, the more you're gonna know. So just do your research and, you know, talk to them. But that's where I went to. So this question is going to be about accepting brand deals and how you know it's a legit company or whether or not you should accept a brand deal or not. I will always say, like, it's your preference. Like, if you want to work with the company, then go ahead and do it. But just make sure you always check a couple of things, and I'm going to tell you what I usually look for. One, I look at their Instagram and their website. I always look at their credentials on their website. I look at their Instagram profile, Facebook, Twitter, whatever they have listed, just so I can get more of a background and feedback of who they are as a company. I also look at their address to see if they're US based or international. I always go to their Instagram profile to look at their pictures. I do see their count. I always see how many people like the picture because It is suspicious if they have like 1,000. It is suspicious if they have over 100,000, 300,000, whatever followers, but only 35 likes on each picture. That just makes me cautious, because it's like, if you want to grow as a company or a brand and you're trying to attract influencers, just do it organically. You don't have to buy fake followers or likes, just because that just seems weird. So I always look for that. And then last, I always check if they are following anyone else that I'm familiar with, or vice versa, or if anyone else that I'm familiar with are following them. I will say when it comes to emails, like, just use your better judgment. Like, if someone has like a fake email that's saying like, oh, we're offering you 1,500 USD to implement this, like, you can kind of tell what's a professional email and what's like broken English email, is what I call it. Like, it doesn't make sense, or some of the words just aren't adding up. It just seems a little weird. And once you have been doing this for a little bit longer and you have gotten actual brand deals from reputable companies and you compare their emails, you'll start to notice a difference and see like, okay, this don't sound like this. So then you could kind of just like X that out and not even deal with them. So yeah, I would just use my better judgment and read through the emails and compare, just to see. Not every small company is a scam or a scheme, but like I said, once you start developing a relationship and emailing back and forth and asking as many questions as you want, you'll start to see, like, engage whether or not you want to work with them. Someone asked me, what do I use for my like intros and outros? I use Canva. For my thumbnails, I use Canva. I use Canva for pretty much everything, just because I have the Pro. I have Canva Pro and it works so good. I know it's like $14 maybe a month or something, but it's so worth it. So yeah, I use Canva Pro. I got another question about my bouquet. Let me get it real quick. I know most of you see it, but I'm gonna get it real quick. I still have my bouquet intact. It's actually like part of my room decor, my office decor. Someone asked me what did I use, and you guys know I use my Amazon flowers to make my bouquet myself for my wedding. So I have that listed in my Amazon home store. But yeah, I use just regular Amazon flowers. I used about, I believe, 30. I'm not too sure, but they are linked below. I use 2 different kinds. Okay, I got a question about our 2 older daughters, which I've explained before. But we are a blended family. My husband and I have 2 daughters together, and then I've raised our stepdaughter, well, my stepdaughter, for, I don't know, since she was 2. She's 11 now. She's 2 years. I raised her since she was 2. So I always consider her my own daughter because I raised her since she was 2 years old. So yeah, but they are both 11 and 12 years old. They're both 11 and 12 years old, and they are going into the 7th grade this year. So they are getting up there. They're getting grown, they're getting older, they're getting bigger. So yeah, 11 and 12. And I know a lot of people say, you don't look like you have a 12-year-old. Well, yeah, I look young, yeah, and I am low-key young still, shoot. But like I said, my husband and I had kids, our first child, very young. So yeah. So I did get a question about giving budget-friendly tips on a wedding and like where I wish I could have saved money at. This is the thing. Like when it comes to an actual wedding, everyone's different. Everyone has a different visual. Everyone has different expectations. Some people care about food more than flowers. Some people want to have like a very small venue, like not too many people, 50 people max. Like it's just really your preference. For us, our wedding was sort of on the medium large side. Also, we knew the decor that we were looking for was kind of on the luxe end, not like, you know, just greenery, stuff like that. Like we didn't want that like barnyard look or nothing like that. We kind of wanted like a luxe gold type feel, and that's exactly what we got. But with the price, you know, it was like not cheap at all. So when I get the question like, where do you wish you could have saved money, it's kind of hard to say because flowers are very important, but they're very expensive. I did not know how much flowers would be and how expensive flowers are. They're more than the venue. They're more than anything. They're more than the venue or our flowers. They were more than the venue, more than hair and makeup, more than photography, more than my dress, like everything. But also you have to take into consideration like what kind of flowers were used, like all that, what type of design you want. Like it's a lot. Now on the flip side of that, you do not have to have extravagant flowers or roses or anything like that, because everyone knows roses are more expensive. You do not have to have that. Like you can still have like a nice little smaller type bouquet or feeling, or even do it yourself. But yeah, if you are going for that grand look, of course it's going to be, you know, a little expensive. I would say my suggestion is go on Amazon. I have a whole Amazon store filled with bridal things that I went and got myself. As far as like I said, I made my own bouquet. That saved like $200-300. My bridal robe, I was trying to look for a robe so bad, and all the big grand robes that I saw were like $200. I didn't even know they were that much, and I was like, no, I'm not paying $100-200 for a robe. So that was only 20 bucks. I have a review on my wedding dress. I'll tag it also right here. It's Hebio's. I went to, I believe that's how you pronounce their website. That's where I got my formal white wedding dress from. I already made a video explaining why I went that route. So glad that I went and did that, because it came out beautiful. I loved my wedding dress. So, and yes, I did get this question. Our flowers were around $15K. So yeah, they're expensive. Also, the vendor that we went through is a little up there. You know, they were known for the extravagant florals, but no regrets. Okay, we're down to our last question. I got a question on my journey through wifehood so far. I did want to share my thought process, because I don't think anyone says this part, like the feeling you get immediately after you get married. I did touch about this in my other vlogs, but like since we're doing a Q&A, I wanted to save this question for last. Immediately after, for me, it was a sad feeling. It was a lonely feeling. It was borderline depressive. I was hesitant to talk about it, because a lot of people think just because you're unhappy, especially when you have like a partner or something, they automatically think it's your partner, and it's not the case at all. I had to actually Google this because I thought I was tripping. I thought I was in my own head. I just didn't know what it was, but I knew I was feeling some sort of like loneliness and sadness. I just didn't know why. Or even lost. I was feeling like lost, and I didn't know why. And I kind of like Googled it, and I came across this spread in the Cosmopolitan where they found several ladies who felt the same way immediately after. And it's actually called like wedding blues, where it's like you spend so much time preparing for your wedding, like you don't realize how long you actually plan your wedding for. Like it's like a year or so that you're planning. A lot goes into that. You have to start from scratch, basically. Like when we planned our wedding, we were like, didn't even know where to start. We were like, okay, venue, wedding planner, like we just didn't know what to do. And once we started connecting all the pieces, it was like go time. Like we were in meetings every month, every week, and sometimes every other day when it got down to like the last weeks. It was so much planning and so much that goes into a wedding. You kind of don't realize how consumed you are by it. Like your regular life is just all wedding. So you don't really see anything else going on, or you're not like really paying attention to anything else going on. On top of that, you are actually communicating with like family members that you haven't seen in a while, friends, a lot of that. So like it's constant move, constant speaking to people, excitement. Like it's a lot of adrenaline pumping because everyone's getting ready, everyone's like getting ready for the big day, and then just like that, it's all gone. It's over with. Like you're done with your venue, you're closing up, you see everything being broken down right before you. Flowers is gone, cake gone, they sweeping up your floor. Like it's over. I know for sure I had this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of being lost, this feeling of what now? Like what am I gonna do now? Like, and I couldn't find the answer for the life of me. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I still be searching, because I'm just like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I know I like YouTube, and I know I'm passionate about content creating, so I'm gonna do that. But like, I don't need 24 hours a day to do that. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I don't need to sit here and create content 24 hours a day, because I can take time, a few hours out of my day, and get what I need to get done. And now I'm done. Like, so what next? Like, I don't know. I'm just twiddling my thumbs, don't know what else to do. And it's confusing and kind of frustrating because didn't have that feeling prior to me getting married, if that makes sense. Like last year, I think because we were traveling too, that is another part that I was going to touch on. Last year we were busy. Like we went to Disney, had a Disney trip. We went to DC, visited family, went to a wedding there, and then we went to Bimini, Bahamas. So we had like 3 trips kind of like back to back that took up our summer. I will say this year, even though I'm excited about Brittober, bringing back Brittober for you guys and Britmas, make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can be part of it. But even though I'm excited about those things, I am having like a calm summer. Like I'm not really out like that. I don't really have trips planned like that. Like we have our honeymoon to take, but I haven't been like enthusiastic about planning a honeymoon. I don't know. This year is just kind of like, or this time is kind of like weird for me. I'm just like, I feel like I need to just stay calm and just stay put and just live in the now. But as a Capricorn, y'all know you're a Capricorn. That's very hard to do. Living in the now, you always think that you should be doing something. But I think this year is for this time at least, is for me to just like sit and prepare. Like I have a bunch of plans coming up for the fall time and stuff, but this summer is like a very chill and calm summer for me. Like there's no more planning. I spent all that time planning and contemplating and like just all kind of stuff, but this year is just calm. But at the same time, I'm excited and thankful that I don't have to plan anything, because when I go through my Instagram and I see people like planning their wedding and stuff, I just like, oh, thank goodness I already did that. Like, thank goodness I don't have to spend money on nothing. I don't have to worry about planning nothing. Like, it's over with. No one's checking in on you like they used to, as far as like before you got married or up until you got married. There's nothing to like, not nothing to look forward to, but there's not as much looking forward to it in that aspect that had you like so consumed. So yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay guys, well that's all the questions. Let me know if y'all want to see part 2. If y'all could ask me other questions, or maybe a what would Brittany do, because I've seen people do that and I love watching videos like that of other YouTubers saying what would Brittany do, what would such and such do. And I don't know, let me know if y'all want me to tell y'all what I would do in y'all situations. Y'all can keep it anonymous if y'all want, but just let me know, because I like the sit down videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. I enjoyed the questions that you guys gave me, and I appreciate all the questions that you guys wanted to know. So let me know, like I said, if you want to see part 2 or you want to ask me something else. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, y'all. I'm trying to get to 10K. That is my birthday present. My birthday is December, so I'm trying to get to 10K by then. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and you have your post notifications on, so you'll be alerted whenever I upload a new video. And yeah guys, that's it for now, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I guess, yeah. So I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still